to tell everybody about somebody who can save anybody.
Good morning, WIDU listeners. And just like that, we are into the new year of 2026. So you know it's got to be happening. I'm Johnny Wilson, your host, CEO and president of Fayetteville Urban Ministry. And folks, again, it is happening. 2026 is here just like that. I hope everyone, forget the New Year's resolutions. Hope you've already started those things during the holiday season of 2025. So at this point, we're just rolling. But if not, you can still do your New Year's resolution. This morning, everyone, I have some special guests with me. But before I go to them, I yield to them. I certainly want to say a huge thanks, Godspeed ahead to Wes and Sandy Cookman. Thank you so much for you all allowing us and supporting us to do this show. Happy New Year to you all. I want to give a huge shout out to the Cumberland Community Foundation as they has orchestrated another what you call a Giving Tuesday for Fayetteville Urban Ministry, the YMCA, and so many other nonprofits in the community for us to amplify the holiday season donations. Huge shout out to McKee Homes, who are great partners with us. And again, what would we do without the Cookman? So thank you so much for all that you do. So folks, I need for you all to get ready, get your pens, pencil, and paper out, as we're going to give you some great information going into this new year, where I have some great resources with me. To my right, I have the president and CEO of the YMCA of the Sandhills, Mr. Jeff Darling. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. Glad to be here.
Thank you so much, sir. And then I have a nice little new tandem that I met last month. I think it was last.
Yes.
They came out to Fayetteville Urban Ministry, posted up, hung out with us, and were just blown away about the resources that they had. But the Carter Clinic team of Miss Kayla Scott and Miss LaDeborah Ross. Good morning to you, ladies.
Good morning.
And so we're certainly going to dig in and get to learn a lot more about what you all do. And so first, if we could, Jeff, I know you've been on the show, but it's been quite some time. If you could let the folks, the listeners, know a little bit about your background and how you got here, sir.
Sure, I appreciate that. Actually, my career started back about 20 years ago, and I was working with the YMCA in Los Angeles. And so more recently, in the last 2.5 years, made that journey from West Coast to East Coast. But in Los Angeles, really what attracted me to the Y was my personal mission statement of really believing my life is all about service and serving our community, and the Y is a great place to do that, and recognizing that it's an opportunity not just to work with a select group of people, but the Y being open for all really aligned with who I was. And so 20 years in Los Angeles at that YMCA, and then realized that my family was moving further east. And so I thought I better chase them if I want to see grandkids and my own kids.
Right.
And so there was an opportunity here in Fayetteville with the YMCA of the Sandhills. And the more I learned about it, the more I really fell in love with the community and the purpose, and realized this would be a great fit. And so 2.5 years ago, made that journey across the state, landed here in Fayetteville, and have absolutely no regrets.
So, Jeff, you telling me it's been beyond 2 years already?
And it has been a fast 2 years. I have to keep reminding myself.
Wow. Yeah, time never stops. But we certainly certainly glad that you made the venture across the other side of the country to the East Coast, man. We certainly value everything that you do at the YMCA.
Thank you.
And so we're going to get into that more in a second here. So Carter Clinic team, Miss Kayla Scott.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I am a therapist with the Carter Clinic, and I'm also a team lead for a new program that we're going to talk about a little bit later.
Okay.
But what kind of drew me to kind of coming into the mental health field is just really, I have a passion for serving individuals and just helping others. And I think a lot of times we may put our mental health like on the back burner, but it's just as important as like our physical health as well. So that is kind of like, I guess, what brought me into this area, and what makes me really passionate about being in this field.
Thank you for that. We're certainly going to dig into mental health here in a little bit, because we got physical health and some mental health here. And if you can put those both together, you know, you're really on the right path.
Exactly.
Miss LaDeborah Ross, tell us a little bit about you, ma'am.
So I am an administrator for the Carter Clinic. I am a new addition to the team. So learning as I go, but like Kayla, I have a passion for helping those in the community that need help. And so I am 11 years into my mental health journey. And so like she says, the mental health is very important. And so in any way that I can assist people, I'm definitely there to do that.
Very good. Very good. So I'm gonna stick with you all on this side.
Okay.
Let's dig in. Let's talk a little bit, or a lot of it, about what all you offer at the Carter Clinic.
Okay.
So the Carter Clinic is a mental and behavioral health care facility. We offer a variety of programs. And so with that being said, we do psychiatric evaluations, we offer medication management, we offer Suboxone treatment, so buprenorphine treatment for opioid dependence, outpatient therapy. We have an ACT team, which stands for Assertive Community Treatment Team. It's based out of our Lumberton location, but it covers Robeson, Blade, Scotland counties. We offer peer support. We have a RV mobile care unit, where we do the different services, and it's in different areas throughout North Carolina. Mondays we do Greene County, Tuesdays we do Duplin County, Wednesdays Lenoir County, Thursdays Sampson County, and then on Fridays we do Edgecombe County and Tarboro. We offer substance abuse, intensive outpatient, comprehensive outpatient treatment with substance abuse. We have, and that's only in our Lumberton and Elizabethtown offices. We offer tailored care management, and that's based out of our Raleigh office, but it covers all of the counties that we encompass. We offer primary care in the Raleigh, Dunn, and Fayetteville locations, where they can come in and get routine primary care treatment and evaluations. And then we do the intellectual or developmental disabilities. And then we have a residential program for youth males, where they are at-risk youth, have a place to go, so and they're cared for there. And then that is based out of our Fayetteville office. And then we also just started a new program for that is state funded, comprehensive case management. And what that program is for underinsured or uninsured individuals that are looking to get any of these services that we provide, and they don't have the funds or the insurance to cover the services. And it is geared towards individuals 18 and older.
So, one, you have all of this array of services that you offer, but outside of that, you cover quite a few counties. So
Yes.
not just here, but all around us.
Yes.
And then you have programs that are specifically focused, can support families, men, boys, whatever,
Yes.
You name it. But then you can even serve folks who may qualify as far as income, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
And so, can you expound a little bit more on that? Like, how does that work for anyone listening right now? How do they qualify for that? What's that process looks like?
So as far as like our main services, so there's services for children on up, and we have a lot of services that are covered by most major insurances. But if they don't have insurance, we have the comprehensive case management program. And what this is for individuals that do not have insurance. So we have a team that can help support them through that process. So help them get applied to insurance. Let's say if they need other support, where that's housing support, transportation, support with just getting resources. These services are made up with a team of individuals that can go out and support the person that we're serving. And the program that is for individuals that aren't insured, that is for individuals in Wake County, Durham, Harnett County, Cumberland County, Johnson, and Orange County. So yeah, we have a ton of programs, and it's really accessible for a lot of individuals, because a lot of times some programs or mental health services, you do need insurance, and if you don't, it's extremely expensive. But hopefully with this new program, it can kind of help support that gap, and help provide service to all individuals.
Wow. Well, we're certainly going to go back to this, but for our listeners out there, is there a point of contact, a main number or website that they can go to and dig into this?
So they can go to the Carter Clinic website, and we have Instagram, The Carter Clinic, and Facebook, The Carter Clinic. And then we have 12 locations throughout North Carolina in Raleigh, Wilmington, Shelby, Wilson, Whiteville, Fayetteville, Smithfield, Lumberton, Dunn, Elizabethtown, Laurinburg, and Kinston. And you can reach out. Our main location is in Raleigh at 4009 Barrett Drive, Suite 100. Their phone number is 919-848-0132.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay. Mr. Jeff, bringing it over here to the YMCA. Again, Happy New Year, sir. So, Jeff, you are there. Well, for me, it's mental health and physical health at your location, especially as we was mentioning when I get in that pool or in the steam room, just great meditation time. But what is going on, man, at the YMCA of the Sand Hills?
Well, I'll tell you, it has been an amazing year that we just closed out with several new programs that we started that will continue into 2026. But as I think about it, in fact, the question coming in was, is it just for kids? And many people think about that. You think of swim lessons and for kids at the YMCA or after school care. Yeah, we have all those. We also have the pool, we have a gym, and so the Y many times is just known as a gym and swim. But I love the fact that we are so much more than that. And some of the programs that we have really been building throughout the communities that we serve include our AOA program, which is active older adults. Do you know, and Johnny, I know when you come into the Y, you always see the same people because you come in about the same time. But I was blown away to learn that we serve almost 1,000 seniors in our YMCA. And I think of that community, and especially here in Cumberland County, and we have many seniors where there is no family. They're on their own, and so the Y becomes really their family away from home.
Yes.
And that's where they build the friendships, they build the camaraderie, the accountability. When someone doesn't come and they miss 3 or 4 days, they're getting a phone call from someone saying, hey, we missed you. And so when you talk about physical and mental health, that really is something that people experience when they come to the Y. And the physical obviously leads to better mental health. And so there's a correlation there. But so we have our seniors programs. Last year, we just kicked off a feeding program, and I know you're very familiar with this, Johnny, and you're very involved in helping to make sure that those that have food insecurities are taken care of. But last year we piloted a program just for the summer, and realizing that many of the kids that count on schools to provide their meals, many of them don't have that access during the summer. And so with our pilot program last summer, we gave out just a little over 16,000 meals to
Wow.
kids under the age of 18 who we had no idea it would be at that level. We thought, this is a pilot. We're going to test the waters, kind of see if this is a need that we can help bridge the gap with. And we were blown away. And so this year we'll be starting a second site and continuing to build that program with some partners and support. We have our teen mental health program. And by the way, I can't think of a better pairing on your show than to have the Carter Clinic here. And I hope to connect with them afterwards.
Yes.
Because I think there's some great opportunities to work together to really make sure that our teens
Love that.
are taken care of. And so we're in year number 2 of our teen mental health program. We take that program onto campuses at middle and high schools, as well as our leadership development and job skill training programs during the summer. But really have just, when you think of the why, and the why is all about stepping into gaps in the community and realizing we have a huge gap when it comes to mental health with our teens.
Right.
And most of
Yes.
the time it's because they don't even know they're in crisis. And so they're not reaching out for help, but you start seeing it in behavior
Right.
and withdrawal. And so we realized we certainly are not the answer for it. We just want to be part of the answer.
Yeah.
And so the more that we work with Fayetteville Urban Ministries and Carter Clinic and Youth Villages and other associations in the area, the broader our impact is going to be. And so this is an area we look to continue to grow in, and to continue to add partners to what we're doing so that we can reach more kids.
Yes.
So swim lessons are always a biggie. And I talked to our aquatics director at the end of August, and I said, Shay, tell me, how many individual lessons have we given this year? And we had finished 8 months. And I'm thinking, man, if she says like 2,000, I'm going to be ecstatic. She said, Jeff, we've given out 10,000 individual swim lessons by the end of August.
Goodness.
That's awesome.
I thought, wow, I'm really shooting low. I've got to set my sights a lot
That's
higher.
a lot of splashing of water, all
Oh
right?
my goodness,
Right.
yes. But why it's so important, as I was reading an article back at the end of September that came out that talked about the drowning rates that are in our county and our community.
Yeah.
And to read, we lost 135 kids under the age of 18 to drowning incidents that all could have been avoided. And so swim lessons and drowning prevention courses that we offer free of charge to kids, those are paramount. Those are protecting 135 lives that needlessly were wasted with drowning. And so swim lessons will continue. Our after-school care programs, our summer camp programs that we do for kids, and we do those throughout the area. We don't expect kids to come to the YMCA. We have our programs set up in shared spaces in churches and other partner spaces that we can use in the community to make it easy for parents. And so those are some of the kind of signature things that we're working on right now. A lot kind of in the hopper that we're toying with and trying to build partners to start new programs, but that's kind of where we're at right now.
Man, that is sensational news, and yeah, when you give us those numbers, those are quite amazing.
Yes.
And one thing for me is personally, it's so cool to go in there and you guys, your lead instructor, aquatics director, is leading a team of younger humans, training them up to be lifeguards and things like that. That's so
Yes.
cool to watch, you know,
Awesome.
with you all training them up the right way so they can help empower and save lives, you know. And so just going beyond the swimming lessons. So that a lot of great things happening there. Jeff, would you like to mention a little bit or talk about memberships or
Sure.
that you have going on now?
Sure. And we have memberships that come in different levels. So we have our standard memberships that people can come in or actually go online. We just kicked off our ability for people to sign up online now. And our website is www.ymcaofthesandhills.org. And folks can get on and see all of our membership types there. But I will tell you that we did a recent study this past fall to kind of see where our rates were, because the goal is that we want to make sure that the YMCA programs and facilities are fully accessible to everybody. And we realized that in the state of North Carolina, we had the lowest rates of any YMCA, which can be great, and then it can be challenging because we still have to pay staff and keep facilities up.
Absolutely.
And so finding that tricky balance is always interesting. But we also participate with many insurance carriers, and especially Medicaid and Medicare, where they will actually pay for a membership for their partners and participants in their in their Medicare and Medicaid programs. And so anyone that is interested, if you want to know, wow, will my insurance pay for my membership? You can check with them, or you can even call the YMCA. And our main phone number is 910-426-9622, and we can check that for you. Lastly, with that whole idea of making sure that accessibility is really for everyone, we have what we call the Open Doors program. And so it's income-based, but folks that are in a position where they could not afford to have a membership right now can see if they qualify for either a reduced or free membership. But again, our goal is we want to be part of this community, and we want to make sure that anyone who needs services at the YMCA has the access to those services. And so we want to make sure that funding is not going to be a barrier. So lots of different ways to join the Y and be a part of it.
Yes, and the biggest thing, we got to keep you sustainable. So we forgive you if you have to increase the price just a tad bit. We forgive you. But folks, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back for part 2. It is happening with Johnny Wilson. And again, Happy New Year. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Passed by. And because he was all raggedy and dirty, people would just laugh and make fun of the old man and walk on by. And he said, wake up.
This is Apostle Bernard L. Whitfield Jr., and you're listening to Wake Up.
The Trump administration is defending its decision to carry out a raid in Venezuela to capture President Nicolas Maduro and his wife and bring them to the U.S. to face criminal charges. Following the capture of Maduro and his wife, San Antonio immigration attorney Ofelio Delgado says the prospects remain bleak for people from Venezuela now in the United States. North Carolina health officials report 12 new flu-related deaths in the past week, bringing the season's total to 39. The Arizona Supreme Court building near downtown Phoenix was evacuated while authorities investigated a package that tested positive for explosive substances on Monday. New Washington County Sheriff Arlo Norman was sworn in last night. Popular weight loss drug made in the Triangle is now available in pill form. It's Wegovy. Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
I'm Jamie Monticelli, WIDU Radio News. The city invites residents to join the city to get updates on the plans for Fire Station 16. Attendees will be able to ask questions and meet the team behind the project. This is Thursday, January 8th, 4 until 6 p.m. at the FSU Business Hub at 1073 Murchison Road. Cumberland County says shape the future of your community. Join them Thursday, January 8th, 6 until 7 p.m. at Southview High School for a community meeting on the Hope Mills area land use plan. Your feedback matters. Can't make it? Take the survey that's posted online. Know before you throw. Used toys do not belong in the blue recycling rollout cart. Dispose of your large toys at the Ann Street landfill or place it at the curb on your designated bulky waste pickup day. To find your bulky waste pickup schedule, go to FayettevilleNC.gov. From WIDU Radio, I'm Jamie Monticelli.
Tuesday morning starting out fairly cool, nothing we can't handle, with temperatures in the low to mid 40s. Heading into the afternoon, we're in the mid 60s with a mix of clouds and sunshine, and we're mostly cloudy overnight and mild, with temperatures only dropping to near 50 degrees. Sets the tone for a warm Wednesday with high temperatures near 70 degrees. A weak front moves through the area Wednesday night, bringing a subtle cool down heading into Thursday. For the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Chris Michaels in the Weather Center.
Bless the Lord. I'm Dr. Ann T. Newell, pastor of the Soul Harvest Apostolic Church, the church not just there in the community, but there for the community of Spring Lake, North Carolina. We're looking for more than a few good men and women to join the team. Iron sharpeneth iron. We may have what you need. You may have what we need. Catch the vision. Join the team. Join Wake Up.
As the health director in Haywood County and a nurse here in North Carolina, I can tell you that the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline saves lives.
No matter your struggle, you are not alone. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is free, private, and always available.
988 Lifeline counselors are ready 24/7 to speak with you, help you cope, and get you connected to the support that is right for you.
988, the National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
Call, text, or chat 988 24/7. Brought to you by the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services.
Hi, this is T.W. Campbell.
And I'm Patricia Campbell.
Of the Refuge Community Church, located at 2314 L.A. Dunham Road here in the God Bless city of Fayetteville, North Carolina. You can reach us at area code 910-483-6477. We're here to invite you to our early morning service each Sunday morning beginning at 8:30 in the morning. Our prayer is at 6 o'clock, our intercessory prayer. Bible studies at 7 o'clock, which now is our Sunday school at night, and which we call the Word on Wednesday. Come and be a part of a growing community. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Hi, I'm Mitch Colvin, president of Colvin Funeral Home and Crematory. For over 50 years, our family has provided professional services with dignity, compassion, and respect with families during a time of need. We realize funeral services are as unique as those we're honoring. We offer a variety of affordable, quality services tailored to meet each family's needs, specializing in burial and cremation services. Proudly servicing Cumberland, Robeson, Hoke, Harnett, Bladen, and surrounding counties from 2 locations, 2010 Murchison Road, Fayetteville, 1904 Elizabethtown Road, Lumberton. For more information, visit our website, www.hmcolvin.com.
This is Pastor M.J. Wade, pastor of Perfected Saints Family Worship Center, Fayetteville, North Carolina, and you are listening to Wake Up.
This is Sarah Alford, and I am the pastor of Joy Fellowship Outreach Ministry, located at 18336 Highway 87 West, Tar Heel, North Carolina. And I am excited to be a part of Wake Up.
I was walking downtown one day, and I saw a man who appeared to be just an old wino, sitting on the street, telling the people about Jesus as they passed by. And because he was all raggedy and dirty, people would just laugh and make fun of the old man and walk on by. And he said, because of the way I am, no money, no fancy clothes, fine homes and cars, a lot of people consider me as nothing and say I don't know what I'm talking about. But there's one thing that he said that really touched my heart and stayed on my mind. When that old man looked up and said, I'm just a nobody, trying to tell everybody about
Welcome back, WIDU listeners, for the second part of It Is Happening. And folks, during the break, we were talking about some awesome things. We were talking about, again, mental health, or physical health, loneliness, just flipping over a leaf of, folks still learning, no matter how old we get, learning things about ourselves and figuring out some things that come along in life. Because guess what? We never figure this thing out in full. I don't know if that's a secret to anyone, but I hope that's open educational news. We never figure this thing out totally, but we can be in pursuit of that. And how we do that is great mental health and physical health. We got to take care of ourselves so we can serve and take care of others.
Okay.
And both of you guys are great servers and lean out to the community. And so we need you all to be in great health and mental stability to continue serving. So with that said, again, during the break, we was talking about, to your point, Jeff, of just hearing, being that I'm a guy in the men's locker room, hearing older gentlemen talk about, the great fellowship and brotherhood, and and you can hear the conversations of saying, yeah, I haven't seen Johnny in a couple of weeks, man. Anyone? And those are how the conversations go. Do you have his number? We need to reach out to him. Let's go. And that is so cool to be able to hear that, to just understand that somebody's missing from our circle. So how beautiful is that? A true wellness check and authentic behavior. And so again, just want to thank you tremendously for everything that you do, Jeff, for you and your team. And then ladies over here at the Carter Clinic, we were talking about what is the first step. I got a child that is acting out, or there's something that's been happening with me that I need resolved. I've noticed that I'm getting sad quicker or angry quicker, things like that. What is that first step for that human being to say, hey, I need help? That we know it's no such thing as too late, but it's such a better thing as being too early.
Right.
And what's that first step?
Yeah, with children, I would say if you see just a slight change in behavior, that could be maybe some aggressiveness or irritability. Maybe they're isolating themselves a lot, not motivated to do things like if they enjoy video games or playing with friends outside. If they're not really doing that as much, that could kind of be like a warning sign. And also if a child has been exposed to some trauma or anything like that early on, that is definitely a warning sign to say, hey, let me just get my kid in some mental health support, things like that. And that could be any age, but usually with therapy services, they can start as early as like 5 years old, even younger if needed. And around those younger ages, they do more of like play therapy. So it's kind of encouraging the kid to kind of learn about their emotions, their mental health through the act of play. And then they kind of just build on that as they get older.
And let me ask you all this, is it just me, or as a society, are we getting a little bit better or getting beyond the stigma of mental health? I know it was just such a thing that we didn't want to talk about before, or hey, it's wrong to get help, but are we finally getting in a better place with that to realize that it's okay to go seek help and talk to someone?
So I think it is changing. With the Carter Clinic, I know with us having the primary care as well, with primary care, the doctors normally, they say, well, if you're coming in and you're experiencing whatever the issues may be, and then you express them to them, then they say, well, I'll just refer you out for therapy, and we'll send your information over to our therapy department and see if we can get someone to talk. Because a lot of times people don't even realize that grief, and it goes, it comes and goes. You never know when you're going to experience it. And a lot of times people never seek the services because they don't understand that this is something that, that may be needed. So a lot of times when they come in with these other ailments, it's easy to see that this is what is needed. And so being referred out is a good thing, so it allows them the opportunity to focus on that. And it's not only with adults, it's with children as well, because children grieve and they don't know how. So when they express themselves, that's the time to say, I need to take my child in, to get these services. But With that being said, we have on our staff, we have MDs, PAs, we have family nurse practitioners, licensed clinical social workers, licensed clinical addiction specialists, and licensed clinical mental health counselors that are available to provide the different services that we offer.
So again, you guys have the true wraparound services. You
Yes,
know,
sir.
you can be able to serve at no matter what level or intense the problem is. You're able to really support that family.
sir.
And then again, would love for y'all to touch base on the new program again for any of our listeners that are saying, hey, I don't have insurance, or, I'm in transition of changing my insurance or something like that. I can't afford it. So what type of new program that you have?
So with the comprehensive case management, it's again in Cumberland, Wake, Johnson, Harnett, Durham, and Orange counties. And with that program, it is geared towards individuals that have troubles with,
like housing troubles, like substance abuse, mental health concerns. And this program targets a lot of individuals that have been released from prison recently, released from incarceration, or individuals that may have been released from a long-term care facility, things like that, just to help them reach that stability and just let them know that there are a ton of resources out there for you. Like, you don't have to have insurance. We can help you get linked to that, things like that. So this program kind of helps close that gap when it comes to more of the at-risk individuals, and just help them get the support that they need.
What a powerful resource.
Yes.
That is a power. I know time to time before some folks that are incarcerated will reach out to us and say, hey, what kind of services do you have? I'm about to come home in a couple months and such. And what a powerful resource that could be for someone. So, yes, again, thank you for that. And again, the website and contact number?
So the website is www.thecarterclinic, and then we are on Instagram at The Carter Clinic, and Facebook at The Carter Clinic, and referrals can come to ccmreferrals at thecarterclinic.com, and our main phone number is 919-848-0132, and that is our corporate office at 4009 Barrett Drive, Suite 100, Raleigh, North Carolina, 27609.
Okay. Thank you for that, Ms. Ross. And again, before the end of the show, we'll repeat that for all of the folks that misplaced their pen or pencil. And so, Mr. Darling, sir, do you have any activities, fundraisers, events coming up here in the near future?
We're actually in one right now, and it's pretty exciting. We are celebrating as a YMCA in the United States. We're celebrating 175 years this year, 2026. So, and what's interesting is you think about how the Y started, and it was a real simple concept. There were so many immigrants coming into the country that had nowhere to live, no job, no connections, and so the Y started as a connector to bring young men in and teach them job skills, give them a place to live, and really help them get started in their journey in our country. And so while our programs have certainly changed over 175 years, the concept is still the same. How are we resourcing people in our community to be better selves? And whether it's with the physical, the mental, helping them get on a path of service, all of those things continue. And so I say all that to now come to your question of what is our special, what is a new thing that's going on. So for the month of January, in honor of 175 years, we have reduced the join fee to $1.75. And so it's quite a savings. And if someone just wants to give the YMCA a try and test the waters a little bit, it reduces that risk. We don't ask anyone to sign a contract. You're not committed beyond a month. And people can give it a try. And that join fee, again, is reduced to $1.75 to celebrate 175
Oh,
years.
man.
Amazing.
Goodness. Folks, you heard that right. $1.75. Get over there and test it out. And is that at all of your locations?
Yes, so we have our location in Fayetteville at 2717 Fort Bragg Road, and it's right on the campus of FTCC. And then we have another location that's in Cameron at 107 Carletta Cagle Drive in Cameron. And both of those facilities, we are one YMCA. We're a YMCA of the Sandhills, and so those specials apply to both. Also, if you join one specific branch, you still have access to both of our branches. And soon, we're going to be in Moore County in Southern Pines. We are working to develop plans for a new site there, and pretty excited about expanding into Moore County in the near future.
Wow, that's very exciting. It's exciting, and I know it comes with some sweat with that too.
Just a little bit.
It certainly will, definitely will keep you high in prayer on that journey. Do you have an estimated time or anything yet? No pressure. No pressure.
It's hard to put a time on it and you understand this piece of it. Fundraising is a paramount part of this, and so that really dictates the timeline. But we would guess we're probably 3 years out, and once the funds are raised, then construction starts, and so it's a bit of time. But we are in the design phase, and once we have a design, then we will be able to begin our fundraising towards that. And so that's where we're at with that. And we would love to really explore what a new YMCA here in Fayetteville, serving Cumberland County, would look like. The building that we're in, while we're very thankful to have the building, it is old, it's tired, it's lived its life. You know this when you walk in. And it's very difficult to keep it up and really meet the needs of our community. And so we're in early talks of what would a new YMCA in Fayetteville look like, and who should be at the table to have those conversations.
Very good. Very good. That's exciting. Exciting stuff all the way around, man. And I'll certainly along the way, if you need 2 cents, I'll throw it in.
Take everything I can get.
And so, well, folks, we have a few more minutes left here in the show, but again, we're in a new year. We're in 2026, and so now we're gonna go a little bit personal to you all. In your new year, 2026, what is some goals? What are some missions? What are some things that you have learned about yourself, or some things that you are placing pressure on yourself on to be better at and keeping it fun?
You want to go first?
So for me, the key for me this year is just my health. I just want to focus more on taking care of me, because my youngest recently graduated from high school in June, and so he spread his wings and he's gone. So now it's time for mom to be mom, you know, and be me.
Yes.
So I've raised both of my babies, and now it's time for me to, you know, put that focus on myself and do some things. So I'm planning to go back to school. I am an alumni of the Fayetteville State University, Bronco Pride, and I'm planning to go back to school to get my master's in business administration with a concentration in healthcare management. and just continue to evolve at the Carter Clinic, and continue to help those in need.
That is so cool, Ms. Ross. First of all, congratulations on raising those kids, getting them on to doing big and greater things. But I love what you said, just about evolving and now concentrating on you. Yes. Because that is, you see a lot of folks struggle with that, yes. Especially when the kids leave or get accomplish a milestone, and it's like, wow, I've poured in so much time and energy, and then what do I do now? I'm lost. Right. I'm lost.
Yeah, for sure.
And so that is very good, and glad that you were able to connect and meet Jeff today at the YMCA.
For sure. Yes, for sure.
So very good. Miss Kayla. All right, what do you have? What is on your menu for this year?
So, as a therapist, I mean, just because I'm a therapist doesn't mean I don't have mental health, things like that. So that is a top priority, is just like make sure I'm the best version of myself I can be.
Love that.
And that's just by pouring into myself, whether that is just religiously reading my Bible, going to church, things like that, just growing my walk with Christ. But also physically, I'm training to do my first half marathon in March.
Oh.
So that is one of my really big goals this year. So I'm excited about that.
Uh-huh.
And it's been fun so far, training for it.
Nice.
So, yeah.
And so it's a half marathon, and where will you do it at?
In Myrtle Beach.
At Myrtle Beach,
Yes.
okay.
So that's one of my favorite places to go. I love going to the beach. So I was like, I'm going to do something hard at one of my favorite places and make it more fun.
That is great. That is great.
And you're going to do amazing.
Thank you.
And then before you know it, she'll be in the Boston or New York marathon, right?
That would be
The
nice. That's going to take some time.
Yes. Very good. Love those goals. Mr. Jeff, over to you, sir. What do you have on your menu for this year? What's your New Year's resolution and goals, man?
Well, I always try to have a theme for the year. A couple years ago, I was reading a magazine in an airport, just kind of flipping through it, and I came across an article that developed my theme for a couple years ago, which was average is over. And just realizing I don't want to just move through life. I want to move through life with purpose, with intentionality, and really making sure that my time counts. Last year, my theme came from a book that we were going through, and it was see it, own it, solve it, do it. And this year, though, it's be present. It's very simple. But I'm finding it to be very difficult.
That is hard.
It's easy for me to be present at work and to throw myself into it 110%. It's hard to be present when I leave work. Because even though I'm physically there, my brain is still connected to work, and our family is important. And I've got grandchild number 5 on the way.
Congratulations.
And we just want to, thank you. We want to really immerse ourselves into family, but I want to be present. And I really want to make sure that my mind, all of me is there. And so it's really going through this year with the intentionality of making sure that wherever I am, I'm connected to that moment. And so that's the theme for this year.
Yeah, man,
That's
that is so great to hear, because oftentimes we get so sped up. We get so sped up, and we all have our education, certifications, our goals and stuff like that. But being that a lot of those things are subject matter, we kind of slowly get away from the basics and common sense and just wisdom, just spiritual alignment, and all of the basic things that you need to keep at core. That's what makes you beat to your drum. And so it's very awesome hearing the goals and resolutions that you have, and you best believe I'm gonna be checking up on all of you.
Yes,
For
sure.
And then when I see you at a meeting in a couple, because Jeff, we cross paths all the time. I was like, "Hey man, are you present? Hey, were you intentional?" And Miss Kayla will be checking on you. It's like, "Did you get in those 7 miles this morning?" You know, or working your way up to 13. And Miss LaDebra, I'm definitely gonna ask, are you getting in that meditation and that health, or if you joining up with Miss Kayla to work on these 13 miles? But certainly gonna ask, are you doing you? Are you concentrating on you? And so don't want to hear that about, oh, well, I had to do this for my kids, I had to do this. So what did you do for you?
Right.
Okay. And so, and I'll check with Mr. Paul here when we wrap up the show on his New Year's resolution. But again, I want to thank you all so much for your time today. Again, as I told you, it would be a very, very swift show. It's very easy whenever folks come in with the information, great personalities and character, you make it easy on me. So thank you for your time, Miss LaDebra.
Thank you for the invite.
No problem. Thank you, Miss Kayla.
Thank you.
And thank you, Mr. Jeff.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Folks, well, we have done it again. Happy New Year to you all. Godspeed ahead. Stay strong, stay prayed up, and know that everything is going to be all right as long as you give it your best shot. It has happened with Johnny Wilson. Godspeed ahead.
Anybody.